Nepal during this craziest time of the year. I know everyone has their own travel bag right now and they just want to change the scenery. I know it, I understand, I wanted to, but it's gonna happen soon, so don't worry. But for now, just enjoy the 6 places that I've chosen for you that can actually change your life. Enjoy! Well, as number 6 comes Georgia, the one that is in Europe rather than in United States. It's quite close to my culture. I'm from Russia, without this reservedness that Russian people might have, because a lot of people think that Russian people are cold, which is true unless you're their friend. Whereas in Georgia, you make friends literally seconds. Only time that you won't make any friends in Georgia if you don't drink wine, and they're very particular about this. And then we drove to the mountains on the next day, Caucasus Mountains, the most beautiful mountains I've ever seen, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I think it's location where you can access the mountains without hiking for a long time. You can just drive to a very little, very cozy village where you can stay at this like kind of granny babushka style little huts. Clouds you can see around you. It's just absolutely amazing. And when you hike the mountain, you can literally drink along the way because there's a lot of clean sources that you can draw the water from, and it's the tastiest water I've ever tried. If you like cheese and if you can eat dairy, I wish I could, that's definitely the place for you. Cheese and wine and this thing called hachapuri. It's basically the dough with a cracked egg and a lot of cheese around. There are so many recipes, but that's one of them. That's incredible. Number 5 is Nepal. Ta-da-ta-da! I think it became a quite popular country and destination to go to, especially when you're trying to find yourself. And for me, the most memorable thing is that it was absolutely different to other countries that I've ever been to. For most, because of its culture. Religion and food and everything that was around me was so different and so colorful. Like cute, vibrant flags everywhere, and people are dressed also very colorful. But a lot colorfully. There were burning essence everywhere because of its like yoga culture. I think it's the best place to go if you're trying to learn the spiritual techniques. I loved it for a change, but it's so different to my character because I have a lot of bursting energy. For me, the best vacation would be like hiking Himalayas, which I really wanted to do, but it was like rain season and they told me it's very dangerous and blah blah blah, so I couldn't do it. I am so thankful for this experience because I saw literally cows walking everywhere in front of the cafes and a lot of nice people. Also, if you go to Nepal, try to go to many different places. A place called Pokhara where you start your hikes. I really advise you to go there. Fourth would be Japan. Japan is the best place for self-search because it will bring your thoughts to be calm. So tidy, you might focus on one goal that you have in mind or to find this goal. There wouldn't be any distractions, everyone mind their own business, and it just calms you down whenever you're there. You know, a lot of cultures are food oriented, Japan is too, but on the other hand, they do not eat a lot. They have everything in the moderation, so it's very calming and pacific, and you might just find yourself there. Kyoto is my favorite over Tokyo for sure because of all this like shrines. There's literally shrine by shrine by shrine. You mountains around you. It's incredible. I'll definitely be the first one on the flight. Oh. Number three, Peru. Oh, Peru. There are so many things that I can say about this country, and if it wouldn't be about economic instability and hot climate, I would actually live there. It's just an incredible country. Of course, people say about the food, and I would mention that too because I love avocados and I like all kinds of vegetables, and they have maybe 7 types for every vegetable that we have here in America, especially potatoes. Potatoes. You probably expect me to say a lot about Machu Picchu. It's really overcrowded and you don't feel as authentic as you might think it would be. I would definitely come back to Peru just to do these 2 things. First of all, visit Arequipa. Oh my god, this is such underrated city. Well, it's the most volcanic city. You can also check that in my video. You can always see the smoke coming out of one of the 3 volcanoes that it's surrounded by. Arequipa has this colonial kind of architecture. It is surrounded by the nature, by these volcanoes. City is just magical. There is a cold canyon, which is the deepest canyon in the whole world. You can see alive condors flying around. It's just breathtaking. In terms of Cusco, the best thing about the city was to go and hike to Rainbow Mountains. Guys, if you've never been there and if you ever had this big goals of climbing Everest, please just do that first, because that's one of the highest points that I've ever been to. It was also very tiring and absolutely empowering nature. Rainbow Mountains is at the 5,400 meters mark, I think. I can't explain how you underrate the term altitude sickness. I didn't feel that bad until we arrived to the starting point of Rainbow Mountains. I remember I was walking just 10 minutes, so happy, almost running. It takes an average 2 hours to get to the top and it's just 400 meters. And I was like, I'm gonna do it in an hour or so. And 10 minutes later, I was crying. I still remember my headache was so bad that I just couldn't move. It's just unbelievably painful. But gladly, of course, I had the painkillers and I had this like sriracha pills, which is the altitude sickness pills. I took both and it helped me. It became quite hard to actually walk. But the view and the achievement of doing so, you just have to experience that. Number 2 would be Indonesia. That's the place where I could experience the most epic hikes in the world. Blue lava Aegean volcano, where you go with a gas mask on the top and then you go down the crater and you see the only one in the world blue lava at night. That was incredible experience. Another was Mount Bromo. That's another active volcano. It was the first one that I've ever seen. Although there is no lava or a lot of smoke that you may experience, but you hear unbelievably loud sound and it's so powerful, and it's relatively easy to climb compared to, well, let's say any other active volcanoes that I've been to, let's say in Italy. Another cool thing that I did was the boat to Bali. I liked how I traveled the whole Java Island by land, by train. There was a lot of train rides. There were like 3 train rides each 8 hours. And on my last of exploration of Java Island, I wanted to get to Bali, so I had to take the boat. I could actually traverse the whole island up to this island by land. So that was incredible. Also, Yogyakarta, that's more cultural hub of whole Indonesia. It's very colorful, many cool local food places. And there is a Coffee Luwak coffee shop over there, so that's the most expensive coffee in the world, the best quality that is produced from the poop of the animal. Indonesia is definitely has to be on your list. Number 1, it's gonna be Edinburgh. That's the place where I'm actually moving quite soon and I'm more than excited. Why Edinburgh? Why Scotland, people ask me. First of all, Edinburgh has one of the most beautiful architecture and the layout of the streets. You know how in many cities you walk on the streets and then you turn somewhere and it's not so nice? Well, in Edinburgh there is no such area. Everywhere you go, it looks very proper, very well maintained, the cobblestone roads everywhere, and all the buildings are made in this medieval, somewhat Victorian style. And you feel like a little princess, honestly. It's just so incredible, so beautiful and amazing how they maintain the whole city. Another thing is that there's also a lot of nature around it. Since it's on the north, it's not hard to get to the nature. You see a lot of animals around, you'll see a lot of greenery, hills, and there is a beautiful waterfront. Everything is usually on time and the rules are followed. It could be a bit restraining. You can't get a free ride on a bus, but it's good for the economy, you know. Ooh, another thing which is my favorite, because I'm such a Harry Potter fan, every souvenir store there is based on the Harry Potter theme. Inside of this like little cute stores, you'll hear this magical music and adds to this atmosphere which you are already surrounded by, you know, this like Victorian medieval style, and there's like Harry Potter everywhere. Another thing is that all the museums there are free, so if you want to go and explore, let's say the first cloned sheep in a museum, which is in Edinburgh, it's completely free. It's a national museum of Edinburgh. Another cool museum I still remember, you can see alive organs in the little jars. That's the Museum of Surgeons. Being in UK is already could be quite expensive, and being in London especially, it's literally gonna cost you a fortune to just go to 1 or 2 museums. Whereas here you can go everywhere and anywhere, and you can explore as much as you want. I definitely recommend. Go and check it out. I want to thank you for watching my video about 5-6 places where to go. I definitely think you should try each one because I've been to so many, and I think this one would be the best and the first one to go to after the longest ever quarantine period. And let me know your thoughts, if you've ever been, or if you would ever wanted to go, or if you are going, what are your thoughts, what are your dreams, and let me know if something has to be added. Don't forget to subscribe because there are many more cool videos are coming your way. I'm gonna be traveling soon, so yeah, have a great day.